All right, ladies and gentlemen, we return to Delphi. All right, in Richard's video, which there's some people now that made new videos that enhanced the sound of the video and what was actually being said. And what actually was said from Richard Allen was, the police are telling me that you think I did this. And that's Richard Allen telling his wife. Now let's listen to a channel real quick that enhanced it or whatever, or made it louder so you can actually hear. And this channel is Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi. So let's listen here real quick of what Richard really said.
Believe that. So
he wanted to get out in the sunshine, something helpful, exercise. His anxiety and depression, to tell you what, that walking in sunshine is very good for that. And now because of that walk, this is where he is.
yeah. So all right, babe. All right. They're trying to tell me that you actually believe that I did it. And I just can't believe that.
Trying to figure out why there's a bullet out there. Dude.
I know. You think I'm not? And that's what I told them. I can't explain something I don't understand. I tried to explain to them that there's no.
All right, so there it is. Richard Allen said to his wife when she walked in and sat down, they're telling me that you think I did this. So he's telling his wife that they're telling him that she thinks he did this murder. All right. What else does he say? Or what does she say? Right? She don't say anything but your bullet was out there. I can't figure out how your bullet got there. So she must have, under interrogation, and I wouldn't doubt it if they let her listen to the recording, and she might have said that's him. Or they interrogated her and she might have said he might have done it or whatever. But we know this much. When she comes walking into the interrogation room, the first thing out of his mouth is they're trying to tell me you think I did this. No, let's repeat it again.
That you actually believe that I did it. Yeah. So all right, babe. All right. They're trying to tell me that you actually believe that I did it. And I just can't believe that.
Trying to figure out why there's a bullet out there. Dude.
I know. You think I'm not? And that's what I told them. I can't explain something I don't understand. I tried to explain to them that there's no way that a bullet from my gun was at a murder scene because it didn't happen. I didn't even have my gun that day I went out.
I've said this in the other videos, and I don't know if I've said it in this one.
All right, there you go. And Richard Allen is stumped. Why? Because they focused in on the weapon. And he said, I didn't even have my weapon that day. Well, we all know now that the girls were not shot, at least not in the Abby and Libby case. So, what do I think? I don't know. They might have played some trick questions on her, and she might have folded and said, yeah, that sounds like him. And he told me he wasn't there that day, and yada, yada, yada. And that's where the story got bad. That's when the police said, bingo, right? He even told his wife he wasn't there that day, right? So, yeah, right. And then he went ahead and said, yes, I did. Remember, I told you I went there and I went walking on the trails. And she said, but you said you weren't on the bridge. And I think they had it all worked out. Now, a lot of you folks are very upset. I don't blame you. A lot of us were attacked and had nothing to do with this madness or we had nothing to do with any of these YouTubers in the situation that they were in. Um, no one made them commit crimes that they were questioned or looked at uh, for the case. They lived down there. They covered it. They themselves. No, and they attacked people, and their justice must be served, and so should restitution and everything else, right? I agree. I agree. Am I doing anything? I ain't doing nothing, Lord. I'm sitting right here where I've been. They've been all around me. They know. The government knows, right? They've been debacled. Someone sent them on a goose chase, and very well, I would be pissed off too if I was the authorities. But the fact is, it's still an open case, right? It's not Richard Allen. We're getting attacked because it's not Richard Allen. And if we do videos saying it is Richard Allen, we get attacked. Everyone's getting attacked. We're tired of the attacks, right? If it wasn't for Ernie Shell solving the case with his shadow men, where would we be right now? I don't know. Now, you folks have a great day. I know a lot of you want war. I know it. You want this madness to end, but not anytime soon. Uh, we're not doing nothing. We've been letting it go. We've been catching it. We've been letting it go. We've been catching it. We've been letting them go. And it just keeps going on and on and on, Lord. I don't know. Let's listen to a little bit more of this case with Tony Bruschi. Make sure you check out his channel, folks.
But again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but obviously there's a lot of dark things that appear to have gone on in this case. So here's my theory. Yes, the bullet was found. The bullet sat in evidence. And then once they got Richard Allen's gun, well, they had a reason to take it out. Evidence, the bullet, and then surprise, the markings are on it. It almost makes you wonder if the bullet they tested for the markings was the actual evidence one. I'm going to guess they never even tested it all. I'm just going to guess they just went and said, here we go. Racket, there you go. Put it back in evidence. Take a look. Let's run another one through and see. Look, the two match. This.
Tony Bruschi. That's true. That's very possible. They had a bullet already from a crime, but they didn't have a weapon to match it. They put it inside the weapon. They rack it out. And bingo, you got your killer. That's very, very possible, Mr. Tony Bruschi. Now you're catching on to the madness that I've been dealing with and so many other. Oh, it's very possible. Very possible. And the Hunt and the Delphi case has just been reopened, and it will continue until the people, the citizens of America, can rest easy that they got the right guys. You folks have a great, great night. And like I said, I'm not doing nothing, Lord. I prayed that. That's probably my problem. I prayed for these people, and I wasn't supposed to. Forgive me. Forgive me. Well, there you go, folks. Make sure you go check out the great Tony Brewski YouTube channel. I posted it in my chat. You folks have a great day. And remember, anything is possible when there's billions of dollars involved, or this sick kitty porn stuff, or murders of children, or stealing from people. Anything is possible. God bless. Have a good day.